Mhm. Okay, good morning, LinkedIn. It is Thursday morning, and there is so much going on in the qualified tutor community that I thought I might just take a moment to share with you what's coming up and why. So, as you know, Qualified Tutor is all about ensuring that every tutor worldwide is safe, skilled, and supported. And that's because that's the best way to ensure excellent outcomes for students, to improve things for families, and really to make sure that tutors can really love the work that we do. The events that we run are all about ensuring that we are developing, that we are supported, and that we are encouraged along the way. So, there's a combination of content that we'll be sharing with you today in terms of what's coming up on our events calendar. So the Qualified Tutor live events that we run weekly mostly happen at 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, we alternate between supervision circles and really high value specific content. I'll tell you more about that in a second. On Thursdays, we run the QT Conversations, which is a live open forum discussion where QT members come together and discuss some interesting themes, explore, kick forward our thinking, push forward our thinking on some really juicy topics. And I'll tell you more about that again. And then finally, we are launching a new project, which is the Love Tutoring, which is the Tutoring Business Club. So let's start with that. My awesome business partner, Odette Wallman, has a long and successful career in the corporate world. And she has taken those skills of team building, international teams, traveling the world, bringing people together, and really training and working towards quality assurance at scale. And she's taken that into her coaching practice, where she has built out expertise in coaching small business leaders, including tutoring businesses. So, for Qualified Tutor, what she's going to be doing is running a monthly business club, which will enable tutoring business owners of every size to connect, network. We don't really use that word in Qualified Tutor. We far prefer the word connect because it's far less transactional, but really to give each other the opportunity to share resources, make connections, and potentially build some really interesting business opportunities. We at Qualified Tutor are all about bringing people together, and the Tutoring Business Club will be a really supportive structure within which tutoring business leaders can consider each other colleagues rather than competitors. There is more than enough work out there. There is such an extreme need from our students at the moment that the best thing we can do, and we've learned this over the last few years and seen businesses thrive, is actually come together and support, share what we've learned to make sure that all the tutors that are working with students are doing their best work. The other thing that's important about those sessions is that there will always be some planned content, which has been built out actually through surveying what the qualified tutor members wanted to hear about. So the first session will be looking at working with schools, getting into schools, building programs that work for schools, and actually learning how to and learning from each other what works well in communicating with schools and building programs that they want to take on. So if you would like to join us for the Tutoring Business Club, it is free for qualified tutor members, and there is a charge for non-members. And you can find that out in our Eventbrite. The link will be in the chat below. That is on the 2nd of April at 11 a.m. Now, on the 3rd of April, because that's a very exciting week, on the 3rd of April, we will be launching our supervision circles. Now, Jacqueline McGill and her twin sister Lorna are based up in Glasgow. Jacqueline is a former teacher who learned that by building out her repertoire as a coach, first of children and then of other adults, she's able to really make a significant change to the young people, to the people that she supports. I've worked personally with Jacqueline and her sister Lorna for my own children and for myself, and I have found her immensely professional and experienced and helpful. The supervision circles take what Jacqueline knows how to do, which is empathize, hold space, ask the helpful questions, and help people to do their own thinking, like every good coach does, and makes that available for tutors. Why is it called supervision? Well, the idea is borrowed from healthcare, where a psychiatrist or a therapist will always have a supervisor to make sure that they have an opportunity to reflect on the close work that they do with their students, with their clients, and debrief afterwards, reflect on their practice and continually improve. I think as tutors, we carry a lot from our students, don't we? We get involved, we care deeply. And so it's really helpful to have a supervisor, which in this case is actually a supportive group, not just one person. And it's not mandated, it's an opportunity for you to participate. But what I'll share with you is this. The people who participated in our trial for supervision circles said that it had a spillover effect into their whole lives. Not only they felt empowered as tutors, empowered to communicate with confidence to parents, empowered to report safeguarding concerns, empowered to improve their practice in delivering one specific area, one specific topic. But actually, that confidence and that power spilled over into their well-being, into their sense of purpose, and actually improved all the relationships in their lives. So I do not want to oversell it, but I do believe that we've created a really, really powerful experience, and I would love for you to participate. There are, of course, limited spaces because you cannot run a session like this with a massive crowd. And so there are only 12 spaces open, but they are open fortnightly. So because we run these events fortnightly, you can book in to participate in whichever supervision circles you are available for. If you are not yet a qualified tutor member, you will have to pay to participate because it's a really high value and powerful experience. And if you want to find out more about that, you can look on the Eventbrite link, and you may want to consider becoming a qualified tutor member because then you'll have that benefit and so much more. So the last thing that I wanted to share with you is the QT conversation. So I run a live open forum discussion every Thursday. And I do that because the shared thinking that we move through together, I have learned over the last 4 years, is the thing that changes us the most. I'm not looking for answers. I'm looking for exploration. We had a conversation on the WhatsApp group yesterday. Somebody suggested a topic. She wanted to discuss the difference between qualified teachers and qualified tutors, which is a massive Pandora's box, which I am terrified to explore, but I will do because it's not a debate, it's an exploration. When does a tutor need to be qualified as a teacher? When does it not matter as long as they have the experience and the expertise, as long as they are safe, skilled, supported? Those are the things that we will be discussing. Things like that are what we will be discussing in our QT conversations. Today, 11 o'clock, the QT conversation topic is professional development for tutors, which is, as you may have noticed, a really growing space. We've got fantastic resources that are coming up specifically for tutors. This has never existed before, and we're so, so proud to be able to participate in that and bring it to each other's attention. So there'll be a lot of practical ideas about what the best professional development is, what's the purpose of professional development, and how, at a time when we are all overwhelmed, how to choose the right professional development for you. If you want to know about what we do on the other Wednesdays, so I told you that alternate Wednesdays we have supervision circles. In between Wednesdays, we work with our partners, and our partners bring really specific, focused content to make sure that tutors are having the information that they need to do their best work. And this week, yesterday, our session was all about financial planning. And next week, continuing that theme of the business of tutoring, we will be working with Tracy Robertson, our small business partner, who will be talking about tax, preparing for tax submissions for this year. So there's a lot to learn from qualified tutor members. There's a lot to learn from our partners. The most important thing is to show up because community is like a bicycle. It only works when you pedal. I know that many of us are now participating in these events on LinkedIn. That's fantastic. I would love to invite you to become a qualified tutor member so that you can join us in person in the room. It is so much more powerful to be able to participate, ask questions, join in the chat, and basically feel a part of things. I believe that tutoring is too lonely to be sustainable unless you are part of communities like ours. And so I would invite you to please look into participating in our events, which happen Wednesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Same link, that's a big secret, or on LinkedIn Live. And if you would like to get in touch with me, my Calendly link to tell you how to apply to become a qualified tutor member will be in the comments below. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a lovely morning. Bye.